welcome to the Heber Theater at Goffstown High School. Before we begin tonight's program, please take a moment to locate your nearest emergency exit at your seat. While you are with us tonight, please silence your devices and refrain from flash photography. Please note that smoking and vaping are not allowed in our school campus. Please welcome Mr. Scott Lounsbury from Belmont High School to get tonight's program started. Thank you and have an amazing time.
Is this on? Yes? Okay, good. Hi, my name is Scott Lounsbury. I teach at Belmont High School and Middle School, and I wanted to greet you, welcome you. It's good to have you here. Thank you so very much for coming to support your kids. They've been hard at work today, as I'm sure you'll hear other people say. I wanted to say a quick thank you to our hosts, Mr. DeRocher, Mr. Belding, and Assistant Principal Ms. McCann. An absolutely superb job was done by them. The kids had an easy time because of the work that they have put in for this, which is no little amount of work, I can tell you. The Granite State Invitational Music Festival has been going strong since 2005, when 4 music directors, including Denise Sanborn and myself, kicked it off as the Belknap Mountain Invitational Music Festival at the time. I want to pause for a moment just to remember one of the other 4, John Byrant. John Byrant was my friend. He was my first collaborating teacher, the band teacher when I was a chorus teacher. He passed on in November after a lengthy illness. And what I wanted to say is that he passed last November after a very successful and fruitful career. And I say fruitful, I know that he is here in spirit, and his influence certainly survives, evidenced by all of you being here and all of them being here. When you teach, as long as John did, the number of lives you reach, numbers in the thousands. So I wanted to take a second and think about John. Thanks. Thank you. We have what I consider to be a great tradition, and it is the singing of the national anthem. Remember, it is a national anthem, not a soloist anthem or a choir's anthem. And so you get to sing it. Stand, please. Your kids are listening. Oh, Without further ado, I would like to introduce to you the chorus managers, Chris Belding and Bryn Cowett. Is Bryn here as well? Just Chris. Mr. Chris Belding, everybody, the chorus manager.
Hi there. I had the role today of not only being the co-chorus manager, but also the co-host, so welcome to Goffstown. I dressed like this with no change of clothes, so they wouldn't give me the microphone, so I apologize. I am here to introduce our collaborative pianist and our choral conductor for the day. A big thank you and round of applause for our choral collaborative pianist who comes to us from Noble High School in Maine. This is Kathleen Fink. And a huge thank you for being here. Thank you very much. The choral conductor tonight is Dr. Rebecca Dewan. And we made a joke during the rehearsal that we talked about being in your teens in 15, 16. And I think I've known Rebecca since we were 18 or 19 in college. So I've known her for the last 20 plus years. And when they asked me who would I choose to lead this group while hosting, there was no other name in my list. So without further ado, and a huge personal honor to introduce Dr. Rebecca Dewan.
Thank you so much. It is such a joy and an honor to be here and working with these students today. We did Laudate Dominum, followed by Take Me to the Water. The next song that we will sing for you is Paper Crane, and it has a really phenomenal story that goes along with it, so I'll just read you a brief part of what's written on the inside cover of the music. This is the story of Sadako Sasaki. Sadako Sasaki was born on January 7th, 1943. She was a 2-year-old living with her family in Hiroshima when the bomb was dropped on the city. Their house was about a mile from the center of the blast. She was not hurt at the time, even though the house was destroyed. Over time, their lives returned to normal, and Sadako experienced no effects from the exposure to radiation from the bomb. However, in 1954, when she was 11 years old, tragedy struck. Sadako was diagnosed with leukemia, and the doctors gave her a year to live. In the hospital, Sadako was told of a legend that if a person were to fold 1,000 paper cranes, their wish would come true. For months, using whatever paper she could find, including medicine labels and paper scrounged from other patients' get-well presents, Sadako folded cranes. In the end, she had many more than 1,000. A statue of Sadako was placed in the Hiroshima Peace Park, thanks to the fundraising efforts of her former classmates. The engraving of the statue, some of those words you will hear in our piece next. The statue reads, "This is our cry, this is our prayer, peace for the world." Another word that you'll hear in our music today is heiwa, which is the Japanese word for peace. So we'll start the song actually with a traditional round, Ah Poor Bird, and then go into Paper Crane.
Dark night.
huge thank you to all of the students who I've been able to work with, all the teachers who have been ready to help at a moment's notice, and they just read my brain, and they're like, it looks like you could use help with this. And I go, yes, thank you so much. The teachers here are phenomenal. A huge thank you again to Kathy for playing with me for the whole day. This last song, we are super excited to share with you. We actually switched up the order so that we could share this one with you last, because this is the one I think that really encompasses our journey today. So the composer, Leah Morris, heard Amanda Gorman's poem, The Hill We Climb, and was so inspired by the young poet that she composed this song. And so what I've asked the singers to think about as we sing this song is, when things feel rough for you, when things feel dark for you, who in your life is light? What in your life is light? And then when the sopranos come in, we think, how can I be light for someone else? So thank you so much for joining us and celebrating the successes of these phenomenal students behind me, and enjoy our last song, Be the Light.
To see it,
to take us a couple of minutes to reset for the orchestra. You can stretch for a little bit, and we'll be back about the 10.
My mother knows. Oh, yeah, I love it. They're making You got this,
Well, you are in for a treat. This is the very first orchestra we've had at the Granite State Invitational Music Festival. So cheers to orchestra. Woo woo! Managing this fine ensemble is my friend from Wyndham, Becky Pierce. Becky?
Thank you. I had the pleasure of sitting in rehearsals all day today, watching one of my dear friends and colleagues for the last 20 years. She is the current president of NHMEA. She has been teaching in the Oyster River School District and has, from the grassroots effort, built a ginormous program of string students there that we are all trying to emulate in our other programs. It is my pleasure to introduce Ms. Andrea Von Oyen.
Thank you so much for having orchestra at this festival. We're so excited about the growth of string programs in the state. I can tell you, I went to school at Timberlane in Plastow, New Hampshire, and we had an orchestra program when I was in high school. And one of the things that has changed from then until now is the number of places that have strings and the teachers who are willing to put themselves into learning how to teach and teaching strings. And I'm so happy and excited to be here at this festival that's been running for a number of years but has never had orchestra. So I am just so grateful for your support as well of this kind of third strand of our performance ensembles. So thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure teaching your students today. I've had so much fun. I laughed a ton, and we just had a great time putting together this music for you. Our first piece was called a Concerto Grosso, which Handel wrote 12 of. They were written for soloists and orchestra back in the classical period, and this arranger arranged it for orchestra, so we all have access to it, which was really great. It was kind of our classical piece. Our middle piece was called Lullaby, and you can probably tell by listening to it that it was created kind of to evoke this wave-like motion of rocking a baby to sleep, and kind of allows us to show that beautiful breath. The final piece is called Fantasia on a Theme from Thailand, and has what's called a theme and variations. So we have a theme being stated in the orchestra and then something changing each time we play it, but it's going to sound very similar at its core and at its roots. So we hope you enjoy our final piece this evening. Thank you so much. Thank you, Becky Pierce. Thank you, everybody at Goffstown High School for hosting, and it's just been a pleasure. Thank you.
Hey, last time you get to see me tonight. Okay, thank you all so very much for coming out. It's really been fantastic having you here. Thanks you for driving all over the state, and your support of your kids means an awful lot to us, and it means even more to your kids. So thank you very much for coming. Give yourselves a hand. We have co-band directors, but only one usually comes out. So playing the role of Dan Williams this evening is my friend Randy Lacasse.
Good evening. In case you haven't had a chance to read the program of our band director, a bio of the band director, let me save you a little bit of trouble. You can take it home, kick your feet up. It's a great read. It really is. There's so many things there. This man has accomplished so very much in the field of music education. But I'll sum it up for you. He's an outstanding musician, and he's an even better music educator. But more importantly, he's a great human being who has changed the lives of kids in music throughout our state and throughout our region. Ladies and gentlemen, Jared Cassidy.
Thank you so much, everybody. It is a pleasure to be here. Spending the day working with these students, working tirelessly. They've given it their all each and every second that I've had a chance to rehearse with them. We've shared some amazing stories, some really great insights about the music we're performing today, as well as just coming together to do what it's all about. Music brings people together. As I always say, it's not just music, it's through music, right? Before we begin, I'm just going to go over the first two pieces that we're going to perform for you. We have really taken a journey when it comes to unpacking and understanding the musical context and beliefs around our own music making. The first piece that we're performing is by a black composer named Kataj Copley. He is very young, but he's up and coming. Lots of energy with this piece called Halcyon Hearts. A halcyon is essentially a state of being where you're just so happy and so in the flow of something that you are so passionate about. It's an homage, if you will, to what we love, the people we love, our own identity, and how we can all be together as a human society. The second piece is a piece by Julie Giroux. It's called The Grace in Being, and we had a lot of really wonderful discussions about what grace means, what being means. I'm gonna not go directly into all the context of this piece right now. I want you as parents and family members and friends to take some time to unpack the piece with the students. It's a very quiet and very reflective piece based on an understanding of one's identity and what that means within the context of the life they can or cannot be allowed to live. It's a gorgeous piece. From there, I'll take a break and I will say some thank yous and we'll do our last piece. But for now, this is Halcyon Hearts and The Grace in Being. Thank you so much. told the students it would be a miracle if I didn't fall off the stage today. Concert's not over yet, who knows? Thank you so much. Again, unpack that last piece with your students. I always talk about how simple music is not always easy music. The purity of just a half note or sustained note has so much complexity when there's a gift behind it, when there's a message. And that piece, they just executed that absolutely gorgeously with those layers. And when you hear about a little bit more about that piece is about, I think it will speak to you even more. Before we end our concert tonight, I just want to say my personal thank yous. First of all, to Randy Lacasse from Raymond. He was our manager tonight. Randy, thank you so much. Woo. To Joshua Rochers and Chris Belding for having us host here at Goffstown High School. It's been amazing across the board. Invitational Music Festival staff and the executive board and everything. Putting this together is a lot. Hosting it is a lot. All the details, what you have as parents and family and friends is a wonderful opportunity to come and just see the outcome and outpouring of all that we've done. As I always say, the performance is just the final expression of what we've done, when the process of what we've gone through together is what really, the education, the meaningful context. I talk about this intersection of people's paths crossing and how those paths, when they cross, will forever change our own trajectory. It's been pretty amazing. Can we, students, give our parents, community members, and family a round of applause because they are here to support us? Thank you, parents and family and friends, for seeing the value of music education. It's not just something to be appreciated. It's something that makes a difference in a student's life, regardless if they continue playing their instrument, whether they continue making music, whether they decide to go into a STEM career or a career in the humanities. It changes the way that we are able to interact, collaborate, and respect one another. So thank you so much for that. And I personally have to say a huge thank you to the students on this stage who have worked tirelessly. Like, again, I've gone really fast. They've gotten used to my energy. Maybe I don't know if you have, but I have a lot of energy. They've done an outstanding job meeting every single challenge. So thank you. Give them a round of applause, please. We've also had a couple of students, unfortunately, not able to be here today because of sickness, and so we've had some adults fill in. We've had Blake Leister, who's on our piano over here, helping us out, and Becky Pierce helping us on the mallets. Give them a round of applause. And they will help us conclude not only our concert, but this entire festival with Randall Sandridge's Affirmation. Affirmation, this idea of affirming and believing in who you are no matter what. Really being at home and at peace with the people that you surround yourself because they share the same identities and values as you. So with that being said, here's Affirmation. Thank you so much.